Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RanDOTA. As always, I am D, your host for the show where the meta doesn't matter. Just dropped into this live game. Still partly in the draft phase. We got 2 picks left on each side. Make that 1 on the Radiant, 2 on the Dire. I decided to go with this one because somebody claiming to be a member of Alliance is on the Dire side, and somebody on the Radiant side is apparently Kuroki. Yeah, Liquid Kuroki. Good to see him still doing stuff. Alright, we have an Earth Spirit, Underlord, Monkey King, Shadow Fiend for the Radiant. So they got a lot of tankiness, actually. And just a lot of raw damage. Good variance, too. The Dire pick up a Viper last. They also have Undying, Lone Druid, Witch Doctor, and Sand King. So a lot of good AoE with the Witch Doctor, Sand King, a little bit with the Undying, and a lot of great tankiness as well, thanks to, again, Undying and the Viper, who seems to have gotten a new model. I don't remember the little spikes on his stomach. Also, the MMR seems to have been changed up, so instead you have the little symbol, with the highest being the Divine symbol, which is an interesting one. Final pick for the Radiant. The Dark Willow. Ooh, I did not know this was going to be in there, because like I said, this is a live game, so we're going to be going, but we get a Dark Willow pick. Never seen her yet. This should be a fun one. Okay, I gotta see what chess piece that is for the Shadow Fiend. Okay, let's go down. What is this? Breastplate of the Fathomless Ravager. Alright, so it basically turns Shadow Fiend's stomach into a whirling hellscape. Get that out of the way. Oh, look at that little crab. Or is this a chicken? Cluckles the Brave, I remember him. Okay. We might have somebody from last week as well on here. Run, little courier, run! Oh, wait, that's the Monkey King. Alright, we'll go ahead and introduce the team, shall we? Let's start with the Dire side. On the bottom lane, we got Boxy playing the Undying. Probably going to be helping out Tammin playing on the Witch Doctor. They're both going to be supporting probably Gothex on the Sand King. Oh! They're up against Divine 5k Lift 1 on the Dark Willow, who is currently in some serious trouble here. I don't know how they're going to get out of this one. They're not. Meanwhile, who's playing the Monkey King? Because I can't see your name. Taz playing the Monkey King on the bottom lane. Mid lane for the Dire, we have Mid playing on the Viper up against Sue. It's probably longer than that. It should be longer than that, but I'm not going to go that far. Playing on the Shadow Fiend. Then from the top lane, we have Raylan Grimoire and the Bear up against Gimme DPS on the Underlord. Sorry, Raylan is playing the Lone Druid, of course. And GHN playing the Earth Spirit. Like I said, one of these is Kuroki, and one of these is supposedly playing for Alliance. It's not Taz. I just happened to click on him. Wait, what does this actually do? Shadow Realm. Dark Willow recedes into the shadows, becoming untargetable. Next attack has increased attack range and deals bonus magic damage and will end Shadow Realm. Damage scales based on how long she remains under the effect of Shadow Realm, maximum being reached after 3 seconds. So it's a lot like Fade from Templar Assassin, except minus the armor penetration. Gothic's coming in. Taz is in trouble here. He gets stunned up with the Burrow Strike, and he's already. And there's the coconut, and Taz falls to Boxy. So the Undying getting a good kill there. That's 2 on the bottom lane so far. The Burrow Strike stun is gonna keep Lift here.
Can't run forever, can we?
So the Fairy the fairy falls right after losing the monkey as well, so the mythology lane in the bottom is not going well for the Radiant so far. We'll see how this goes though, because this is going to be a slow start. I don't know really what the Dark Willow needs. Never having seen her before, we'll have to find out. Whereas we do know Monkey King A needs levels and B needs some damage items. That being said, GHN tried to steal a bounty run and instead he's just going to pay with his life. No pause yet. There goes... This actually goes to the Witch Doctor. That's actually not a bad call, giving it to him. He's got a giant spider on his back. That's just horrifying. Yeah, Purple Nightmare indeed. But yeah, because it went to the Witch Doctor, that means he's going to have a little bit faster levels, a little bit faster use. Okay, where is... Oh, there's the Bramble Maze. That is a weird skill. Siu actually ends up getting mid. But the Dark Willow pays again with her life. At least she got at least they helped get a return kill. Meanwhile, Taz on the bottom lane is just having a horrible time already. Boxy here on this Undying is just... He's boxing. Let's see Bramble Maze. Creates a maze of brambles in the target area and walk into a bramble or root it and take damage over time. This is an interesting one to see because I don't know how Dark Willow really plays. I mean, seems like a good area denial ability. Uh-oh, Siu is in trouble here. In comes Gothix. This is going to be half your souls, Siu. Unless you can get a good kill on going here. Mid, just throwing out the poison attacks. This is going to be the end of the Shadow Fiend for now. Those poison attacks, man. Meanwhile, Gimme DPS and Raylan Grimoire have been pretty quiet up here. Can the bear actually activate runes? The bear can activate runes. Lift not gonna make it out of this one. Boxy gets another one even through the Bramble Maze. Taz and GHN trying to get something going here, but the stun there, better onto Tammin. Soul rip out of Boxy onto Taz. And that's another kill for Boxy. This Undying is going off. 4-0 at just under 5 minutes. 9 kills to 1 in favor of the Dire. This bottom lane has gone horribly wrong for the Radiant side so far. That said, the Radiant still have the Underlord, and he's leading the charge on last hits. Gothic's actually falling to Siu. Tried to get another gank going, but the Shadow Fiend wasn't having any of it this time. Excuse me. Got a rolling boulder ready from GHN. There it is! Rolls in, misses mid, but it is going to zone him back some. So remember, you have to be careful with that now because the tower is no longer over here. It's now up here on the northern edge of mid lane. Lift taking some decay. There goes the Bramble Maze. Doesn't seem to do much. Siu actually falling to Tammin in the mid lane. Again, that's bad news. 2 deaths for... This is going horribly wrong for the Radiant all over the map. Siu falling, he loses another half of his souls. Our Dark Willow is at level 3 only. Gimme DPS does get or GHN actually does come in to help out. They do manage to take down the Lone Druid, so he's going to be slowed down pretty heavily. Excuse me. So far, it's looking like this is about equal in terms of winning the lanes, but Underlord taking a lane, especially since Underlords usually is usually listed as a support, not played as, but I actually don't see enough of Underlord to really make a commentary on that. The Bramble Maze latches onto the ancient golems, but that can actually be really useful for setting up a stack. You have to really time it precisely, but I mean, somebody will theory craft it probably a week now, after a week now that I've said it. Manta already up on Raylan. The bear is unsummonable for another 15 seconds, so any pressure they apply could really slow him down. Granted, he does have werebear form. Oh, wow. Bad. Good revenge kill to GHN for killing mid, but Siu fallen to the Viper again. He's at a 2. He's gone 2 and 3. So far, this has been a little bit brutal for the Radiant. They're down by 3 to 1. Bounty rune for the Dark Willow. They find themselves in they find themselves a Witch Doctor, but the casket. Oh, only 1 bounce. Actually, not even that. Oh, they know Boxy's coming, so they got to get out of here. The decay always on point, Boxy. That said, mid runs into Lift runs into mid and just dies to the poison. This is not a huge deal for the Dark Willow because Dark Willow is being played as a support here, probably position 5. Actually, just by the roaming Earth Spirit. That's level. She's position 4, but it is a big deal because that's 4 kills for the Viper. He is got. Let's check net worth. He's second on net worth behind Boxy, mid. Boxy is just running wild. Speaking of running wild, the bear is max. So the bear now has the ability to jump backwards, can roar, entangle, and does extra tons of damage to towers. Oh, that was a good catch. Gothix falls to some skills I don't even... Okay, that must have been the Cursed Crown. Was that stun? So they end up getting a 2 for nil in the bottom lane there. Lift even picking up a kill, so that's going to go a long way towards trying to get them back in this game. Granted, if they kill a Witch Doctor, it's not going to be that big a deal. They didn't this time, of course. They killed the Lone Druid and the Sand King, but the great thing is they even saved the tower. It's just out of deny range, but that won't take long. Oh, GHN, you wandered into the wrong neighborhood, buddy. Just roll on out of there. Smart call. The Cursed Crown is an interesting one. Looks like the Radiant are trying to group up now. Siu's on the top lane, level 9. Does have a point in Requiem, so be looking for that. He needs to get his Blink Dagger up, and he's not going for it now. He's going for Power Treads. Null Talisman, Boots of Speed on the Dark Willow. Oh, that's interesting. I think Dark Willow can actually move while under the Shadow Realm. That being said, mid is not going to make it out of this if the Radiant, and they do have something to say about it. Gimme DPS just chops him into pieces. That Atrophy Aura bonus damage, that's going to be a big deal coming up. Taz gets stunned up. The cask actually does bounce. Okay, keeps pump faking the Terrorize. She can move while under Shadow Realm. That's horrifying. Doesn't do much bonus damage, but that is still terrifying. You could suddenly have the Dark Willow burst out of the... Actually, that does do quite a bit of damage at 360 at max level. With 600 bonus range. Dark Willow is actually pretty dangerous for a support. Boxy taking down the tier 1. Well, actually, the creeps did it, but he was there. Gimme DPS just faked out the Pit of Malice. Meanwhile, Taz falling in the top lane. Taman's gonna be the next one, I think. Oh wait, no. Lift goes down to Boxy, and there goes Taman. So 2 for 1. 2 for 1 on top lane, going the way of the Dire. And again, Boxy's at 6 and 0. This Undying is living up to his name. He's just not dying at all. And that is bad news because he is a super tanky character when he gets going. Without being slowed down like this, without any kind of slowdown mechanic going, the Radiant are going to have to depend on a lot of good catch-ups out of nowhere, really. Taz taking a ton of punishment here. He's not going to survive this. Gothix goes down, though. Oh, Taz is actually surviving. The explosion doesn't even kill him. But good run-in from Gothix, or from Sue onto Gothix with that haste rune. That is a really creepy ward. The Radiant have started to catch up. It's now 15 to 9 in terms of kills, but I'll have to wait and see what happens exactly. They know Grimory's around here somewhere because the bear can only attack if it's within a certain range, 1100 distance. That's a little bit more than a screen. Screens are about 900, I think. No, that doesn't really matter what size your monitor is. Have to keep an eye on this for Bedlam and Terrorize. You'll have to excuse my friend Jex. He's really into murder. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to think that Dark Willow might be one of the scariest characters in this game. In terms of, like, if you look into her lore and backstory. Boxy knows where the Monkey King is, he's just pinging it out so that his teammates know. They might actually be able to do something here, if they want. Although Boxy's all on his own. Taman's coming in. They've also got Gothix joined in the party, maybe. Primal Spring down. They don't know exactly where he is. They know about where he is. They're coming up behind him. Raylan Grimory, on the meanwhile, falls to Sue. Taz is just in the tree dance, so 36 souls up for the Shadow Fiend. He's actually maxed out his souls unless he gets a scepter. But he's building the Silver Edge, so he's planning to go a stealthy death dealer. Excuse me. That being said, gimme DPS and Sue laying heavy siege to the mid tier 1. It's a little above half health right now. They catch the Dark Willow with the casket, except not quite. Okay, you can't even target her as a caster with this. They do find her with some AoE. Mid picking it up. Gimme DPS is gonna have to is Dark Rifting his way out. He did head back to the fountain. Remember, that is basically the one-way version of Io's ultimate. And oh, a humongous Requiem right in the face of mid. That's gonna be just that's just gonna be unsettling. Gothix is really low. Oh, he does fall to GHN with that Urn of Shadows. Sue, on the other hand, Boxy's gonna get him with the decay. Meanwhile, GHN gets a double kill. He's on a mega streak on an Earth Spirit. Taking down Taman. That is a huge deal. The Cursed Crown is going. Boxy's going to be stunned. They're just going to jump on him under the tower. Pit of Malice, Tree Dance in. Triple kill. You don't normally see a Wandering Support get a triple kill. Not even at 30 minutes, much less 16. So, and that was also the first death for the Undying. That's a huge blow to morale, even if you don't think about it. That being Boxy's first death, with how hard he was pushing, how much damage he was doing, that's gonna shake the Dire just a bit. Dark Willow and Shadow Realm almost gets right away. Just chucks out a blast from long range onto Raylan. Pit of Malice, he's just not getting out of this if they can help it. There's the Bedlam skill. Never seen that before. It's kind of neat. Double null tally for Dark Willow. Makes a bit of sense, I guess. Oh, I think we might be having the Veil of Discord for Dark Willow. Because a lot of her abilities just do... Actually, all of her abilities just do straight magic damage except for Terrorize because it doesn't do any at all. GHN, though, has become the leader here on the Radiant side. Not for net worth, but just for doing things. And come on, like I said, a triple kill on a Wandering Earth Spirit. That's pretty rare. Do a quick talent check. 40 plus 40 damage on GHN there. Nothing on Dark Willow just yet. 30 movement speed for the Underlord. That's an interesting choice. Not a bad one, it's just interesting. No talent picked up for the Monkey King. Plus 10% spell amp. Meanwhile, Raylan falls to Sue again. This is not looking good for the Druid. He's on his own and he's dying alone. Oh, okay, so Nether Toxin is no longer just a passive do damage with your basic attack. It's now a ranged AoE. That's a nice trick. Oh, we've got an Invisible Shadow Fiend. He's also building towards Manta. He's got Yasha already, so he just needs 3,050. No Requiem. They're just gonna throw off everything they got at him, and they're gonna get that kill. Goes to give me DPS. 40 move speed up on the Shadow Fiend as well. The Viper has 8% spell lifesteal. Oh, that's going to be terrifying. The Nether Toxin can silence. Undying does have 8 health regen, so... But Tammin falls before he can do anything to help out. Terrorized and dead. Sue picking up that second death for Boxy. This is suddenly going super well for the Radiant. They've taken back the kill lead. They've taken the net worth by 2,000 gold now. A lot of it, I'd say, traces back to Boxy's first death, because it's basically showing the Radiant, hey, we can kill you. Or it's the Radiant showing, yeah, we can kill you, Boxy. You're not invincible. Okay, the ghost fish floating around right there is creepy. They found a bear. A bear there was. A bear. A bear. I'm not going to sing the rest of that song. Mostly because it gets a little body. 125 cast range, so that's... Oh. Sue getting another kill on Gothex. He's maxed out on souls, but not on items, so he's getting really close to that Manta style. And a Shadow Fiend with a Manta is a horrifying prospect. Because all that damage 3 times over. Oh no, that's a neat one. You cast Tombstone on death if you're Undying and when you're Undying and you hit 15. Or you can. You can actually do a ton of Tombstone stuff. And the Undying can actually gain reincarnation. That's absurd. Gothic's going down again, so Shu is just 300 off of his Manta style. Wukong's command is out as well. Boxy has to run, but he's not going to make it either. He uses him. He gets used to stop the crown, but doesn't matter. The tombstone comes out. 4 for nothing. This is where the Radiant are going to start to really come online. Actually, they did about 3 minutes ago. Not Santa Roshan. As a 5-man though, this Radiant team is just going to be insanely dangerous now. They've got great crowd control with the Dark Willow. A bit less crowd control from the Earth Spirit, but still very good, and also some silence and AoE damage. AoE damage and weakening from the Underlord, and just raw damage in your melt your face off levels from the Shadow Fiend. The Monkey King, of course, also has things like that Wukong's command that we saw. If not for that Wukong's command right here, that fight would have been very different, I think, because it forced the Dire to split up. They couldn't really support each other. And when you have somebody like Witch Doctor, he needs to be near the team. He needs to be helping with the fight. Especially since he does... Actually, he's only got 1 point in Voodoo Restoration, but he's only level 8, so... Taz is up in the trees. Question is, what's the next move? Because they do have an Immortal Shadow Fiend to deal with, so... Hell. In comes the Rolling Boulder from the Earth Spirit, but ooh, the Yule Scepter just to get him out of some damage. The Roar comes off, the stunned up Shadow Fiend, the Bramble Maze along with the Wukong's command. This is insane. The Witch Doctor is on Voodoo Restoration. He's just running away along with the Viper. Meanwhile, the Undying is just standing in the middle of it all. Dark Rift to try and get everybody out. They don't. The Shadow Fiend gets left behind. Bad timing. The Shadow Fiend is still in there with the Earth Spirit. The Magnetize comes off, but out comes the Death Ward. The Shadow Fiend falls. The Earth Spirit's going to be next. That was a bad throw. Or not so much a throw. That was just really bad luck for the Radiant. If that Dark Rift had gone off just a little bit sooner, it would have pulled the Shadow Fiend with it, and he'd have survived. But he died just before it went off, so... Plus 75 damage on a Witch Doctor. That's a little silly, but hey, whatever works. Question now becomes, who's going to recover from that fight first? Oop. Ooh, the Cursed Crown. He's going to dodge it with the Yules, but he's still in the Pit of Malice. He's invisible because of the Sandstorm, but that's not going to help him. He's been terrified. He just barely survives that somehow. The healing from the Witch Doctor is on point, but not going to be enough in the long run, I don't think. Not a huge amount of damage coming off of that Shadow Realm, but there goes GHN. The Dark Rift is ready, but can he cast it? Death Ward was being used there. He actually is going to use it. Sue takes out Tammin, but falls to Boxy himself, so... The Dire have started taking back the game. Cursed Crown on the bear is just going to stun it. The bear just walked away, so not a bad choice. Boxy. Bramble Maze and the Bedlam. Bedlam doesn't seem to do much. Oh, it doesn't really. Good Burrow Strike saves the bear, but there goes Lift. He's down, so it's a lot of the crowd control gone from the fight for the Radiant. Wukong's command comes out. The Wukongs are fighting. Yeah, you're not going to escape by going to the edge of it. Well, you are eventually, but... Boundless Strike got pump faked a couple of times, but with a 3-on-5 here... They're chasing the Monkey King. They want this Wukong dead. The Burrow Strike with the Blink Dagger. Tammin does fall, so it ends up being a 2-for-1 so far in favor of the Dire, but the Witch Doctor has mostly been used for the Death Ward, which he did have up, but it's on its own. It's not a game. It's mostly just a zoning tool, and if you get stunned out of it, it's not the most useful, of course. Does he have an invisibility trick, I wonder? Not really. Roshan could be up in 2 minutes, we'll see. They found themselves an Undying. What are they going to do here, though? GHN not going to stand and fight him, probably. Yeah, they're just going to roll out. They don't want to fight this.
Radiant structures are fortified.
You just doing a good wave clear. He wants this tower dead. Mid coming in though with a very quick Viper. Granted, with Boots of Travel, you're going to be fast anyway because that 100 movement speed. But oh, they found themselves a Witch Doctor and just delete him instantly. That was a brutal kill. Because 800 and... yeah, 1100 damage. Oh, they know where you are, Gothex. Are you going to stick around is the question. Pit of Malice and the Rain of Fire. Or Firestorm, sorry. Crimson Guard does get used. A Dark Rift coming in. They're going to try and get at least as many of them out as they can. There's 3 of them, and they're gone. Meanwhile, Hsu is once again just going to be wandering off on his own. Oh, they found the Dark Willow. She terrifies, but she only gets 2 of them. That's not going to be enough to save her, because she is going down.
At least we're not stuck in cords.
So you can actually get so Corrosive Skin gives you +6 to all stats? Or is it +6 to the stats from Corrosive Skin? I don't know. I really don't. The tier 2 on the mid lane for the Radiant is going down, but the final of the outer towers for the Dire is about to go down as well. Meanwhile, Gothex falls to Hsu again. At this point, the Shadow Fiend is mostly ready. He's still building that Silver Edge, oddly enough. He needs 2850 and he's 1200 in. The Bramble Maze does catch Boxy. Can they get the Undying here? Can he survive? The Cursed Crown goes off as well. He's magnetized. And he's just... They're just going to be trying to chain stun him. He's not... At the rate he's going. A good Soul Rip. Pulling in from even the Ancient camp. The Cursed Crown's going to go off again. Terrorize active. Because all the Dire got here. So the Radiant are going to have to retreat now.
Now, walk me through this. You have your staff, but you still have to buy your stuff?
She's making fun of the whole Monkey King bar. Because Monkey King himself makes a joke about it if you buy it in the game. Dark Willow is an interesting character so far.
What have we here?
That gold per minute is going to be pretty useful, depending on how much longer this goes. We're at 28 to 24 with a 3k gold lead in favor of the Radiant. Let's see the experience. Basically no experience lead. It's about 2k, 1.9. Boxy finds himself an entire creep wave, just goes straight for it.
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom.
The Cursed Crown going off on Sand King. Oh, this is a danger bear now. I mean, Mask of Madness, Radiance, Assault Cuirass, the Orb of Venom. This is where things are going to get a lot hairier for the Radiant soon. Because that bear does give a 17% chance to miss attacks and does 60 damage in AoE. Taz coming in on a rather large creep wave. He's just decided, you know what, hey, thanks for the farm. That being said, though, GHN, Sue, and Gimme DPS are all caught in the middle of basically the entire Dire team. Dark Rift, they're gonna try and cancel it. They do. They get the Dark Rift does not go off this time, and it's actually on cooldown now. So even coming back, the Terrorize not gonna save the Monkey King, however. The epicenter was used. Can Shadow Fiend get out of this? Looking like it, yeah.
Double damage.
Oh wow, double damage on the Dark Willow. That really changed the way that looks, cause
I'll take your tribute.
Shadow Realm used to get out of there, so.
Tower is under attack. Why is this so blocked?
Tier 3 is almost gone. Granted, you have a lone druid, you should be able to push down towers without any problems.
Yo, good guy.
The tower does fall, and the first lane of racks, they're gonna lose the melee here. In comes Dark Willow, activates the Shadow Realm, going straight onto Gothix. The Cursed Crown is not gonna get him this time, though. He does still fall to Sue with the Shadow Rays, but Mid is in the base, just throwing out super powerful poison attacks. Does get stunned up from the Earth Spirit. They're gonna get him. Taz actually picks it up. Boxy is in trouble now. He's gonna pump. Sue just keeps pump faking the Requiem of Souls. Good joke from the. But the kick finds him. They're gonna get him. Sue actually gets that pickup. So 3 for 1 at the end of the day. They only lose the Dark Willow. Take the Sand King, the Undying, and the Viper. They take the 3 of the biggest dangers off the. Well, actually 2 of the biggest dangers and a very dangerous support off the table. The Monkey King and the Shadow Fiend going off against Roshan now. Shadow Fiend built into a butterfly. Not a bad choice to get some evasion, since nobody on the Dire really builds a Monkey King bar, so they don't really build for True Strike. The evasion's not going to be a huge amount, it's only 20%, but hey. Evading 1 in 5 attacks, still pretty good. Not gonna kill that creep wave and break the smoke, so good call from the Earth Spirit. Radiant scan, they find out that there's at least one person sitting on this tier 3 in the mid lane. There are actually outer towers left for the Radiant, that's the fun part for the Dire here. A level 24 Shadow Fiend. He got spotted because the Sand King does have the gem. How many people are watching this game right now? 92. Okay. That lane of Rax gone in the mid lane is gonna be a problem for the Radiant. Because super creeps, while not quite as strong as megas of course, still pretty dangerous. Oh, that's fun. 3 extra damage per soul, it's 180 damage for the Shadow Fiend, and he can make it worse. He can actually add 30 more damage, or not 30. Let's see. He can actually make it 80 more damage to bring it up to 260. If he gets a scepter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like he just wants to straight buy the butterfly.
Yo, Green Goose, something bad is happening. In your bottom.
55-25, so he's a little over, right around 1100 off, so. Oh, good scouting from the Monkey King. They know where everybody on the Dire is, basically. They know Shadow Fiend's around there somewhere, but can they find him?
Invisibility.
They do have a smoke. Burrow strike forward onto Sue, but they decided no, this is not the way we want to do this.
This'll come in handy.
Especially with the Monkey King right behind them. He's got a Wukong's command ready. Out it comes, and they're just going straight onto mid. They take him down. There goes a huge chunk of the damage, along with the bear. There goes the Radiance. Tammin falls as well, so no healing either. No support, and major damage dealer dead. The bear has been resummoned. Raglan Grimoire is not going to make it out of this. There goes the Boundless Strike.
Barely broke a sweat.
That was a great turnaround on that smoke. The Sand King and the Undying are the only ones to survive. The Undying is on the other end of the map. But the Dark Rift brings the entire Radiant team here, except for the Dark Willow. There goes the Undying. That went pretty badly sideways. Okay, that's the spirit vessel heal. That's what that looks like.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 3 on the bottom lane is under heavy siege. Boxy has bought back.
Green dude's top thing is about to get
There's the decay, but it's not really going to matter here because they've already showed the tier 3 that the Aegis does get reclaimed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Bottom barracks has fallen.
They did take down the melee Rex, but they didn't get the full lane. Burrow Strike to stop give me DPS. He's probably not going to survive this. GHN was up in the air for a second, but out comes the Wukong's command again, and Boxy does a dieback. Oof, that's harsh. That's going to hurt. Gothix goes down as well. This is turning really bad because the Radiant have what they need now that Viper's fallen. Raylan Grimoire, oh, they also take down Taman with a double kill for Sue. That means that the only one to defend this is Raylan.
Face Jack.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
The bottom racks have fallen entirely, and this might be even another tier 3 down. They're backdooring. The bear is just dead. There goes the Radiance. A good boundless strike from Taz is going to basically puts mid on the defensive. He can't fight this right now. He's even bought back here. This is bad news. Those forced out buybacks are going to really strain the Dire. Is this going to be a full-on mega wipe? There goes Raylan Grimoire. Let's check the buybacks. Raylan's the only one on his team with buyback right now. And the tier 3 is going down. Not a bad call on asking that giving DPS is how is Gunderlord balanced? He is actually pretty balanced if you think about it, because he's not super great. The Dire have lost all their racks in a single sweep. This is a bad place to be. Boxy trying to get something done here, but he's just being forced back. The Might of the Undying has failed, apparently. The game is not over yet, of course, but because the Mega Wave is going to be the... Actually, no, the Mega Wave is going to be the... Not this one, but there it is, the second wave coming in. Give me DPS does fall. They might have caught... Ooh, this might be bad. The Radiant might have overstayed their welcome here. A Hurricane Pike, gonna try something, but not really gonna be much. GHN has to roll into the Dire base to TP out. Problem is the Dire have to basically defend here because they got supers on one lane and megas on megas coming down their throat. So supers are strong. Megas are stronger by a factor just under two times over. Oh, cool. Sea troops do get mega'd. Without the Shadow Fiend and without the Underlord, basically, the Radiant don't have their super high damagers, but they do have a lot of great control. I mean, they do still have the Monkey King, of course, and he's going to be hitting absurdly fast. I mean, come on, he's got an Assault Cuirass and a Hyperstone. His attack speed is... what, exactly? 372. So he hits 0.45. He takes one attack. It takes him just under half a second to do an attack. And with the Echo Saber, it's actually a little bit faster than that, because... there's the Dark Rift coming in. The Underlord is back. The tier 4s are going down. There's one. The mega creeps are actually fighting the zombies and winning. The tombstone zombies are trying their best. They're the last line of defense at this point. Boxy is going to fall here, maybe. Soul Rip goes off, but not going to be enough to save him. Another tombstone spawns from his death, though. Out comes the Death Ward. The dance is going, but GHN was trying to get him, but couldn't quite. They do find the Sand King. Gothix is in the tree line. Yeah, you can't tell. You're not going to TP out of this one, I don't think. Mid does fall, so there goes a lot of the damage and tankiness from the Dire side, but double kill for the Shadow Fiend. He's actually activated the Manta style. This is gonna hurt. Triple kill for Sue. Can he get a quad? Nope. GHN's gonna take it from him. That was a team wipe, and that is a radiant victory, folks. I like the look of the zombie, just kind of looking like he's trying to hang onto the pit. Like, no, I don't want to fall. There he is. But if you enjoyed this, folks, please let me know. You can like or favorite the video. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. If you want to keep up with me and never miss any of my current series, please feel free to click the subscribe button down below, or there's the icon at the end of the video. If you have a match you'd like me to check out, please send me the match ID number. You find it here at the bottom of the score screen. This is... Actually, we've only got 4 divines on each team. I think. I don't know what this actually means. The red one. But, as for that, folks, I have been D. This is the first Dark Willow game, and this was a fun game at the end of the day. I hope you guys liked it. But for now, good night, and good gaming.